There we go. Alrighty then. Hang on, put that down there. Whoops, forgot to get myself some water. One moment. Dear. Alright. There we go, move that there. Ooh, thank you Terramai45. Thank you very much there, Terramai. And thank you Oros before that, and Replica Ghoul before that. I hope everyone's okay. Yeah, good morning and welcome. Right, hang on. Okay. Hi there, Gnurf. Hi there indeed. Gnurf. Alright, so I'm just fiddling with my phone. I was meant to get my hair cut today, but I totally forgot that here in the United Kingdom it's a bank holiday Monday. So all the places, well, most of the places are in fact closed. I've got a couple of options when it comes to getting my hair cut. Do you know what? Bizarrely, there's a barber, and for those not familiar, I moved back to where I grew up, you see. And legitimately, the barber working at the barber shop is the same barber that used to cut my hair when I was a kid. He's older now, but I recognize him. I'm like, oh my god, you know, he's still well, it's his barber shop. He works there, obviously. But I thought, oh my god, he's still there. The other barber shop it's a bit suspicious. I realize that this might sound a bit dodgy, but the reason why it's so suspicious is that it's a Turkish barber, and it is always extremely busy. Like, weirdly busy. Like, it could be the quietest day, and it's full of people. Like, 10 to 20 people. And it's a small place. And I always walk past it and I think, it's so odd that they've got so much custom. Are they that good? Anyway, a few weeks later, I was reading an article on the BBC that apparently lots of barber shops are fronts for drugs operations, and then a short while later, not far away, a fairly large, what is it called? You know, like when they grow drugs in lofts, you know, with lamps, was discovered, like quite close to that location. So I thought, okay, I think they're offering more than just haircuts. Thank you, Shawjack, and thank you, Circle and Guared. Thank you, all of you. Again, I've got no evidence, but it is weirdly busy for a barber. It is weirdly busy. Anyway. Oh. But yeah, I hope everyone's okay. Is the barber open? I'm going to check, actually. Yeah, if they're open today, that would be incredibly suspicious. Hang on. Let's check. Right, so, hang on. Checking the two. Okay, my old barber, when I was a kid, is closed. Bank holiday Monday. The potential drugs front. Where is it? Here, hang on. Clicking the thing. Open! Okay, they're selling drugs. They're definitely selling drugs. Wow! Open at the same hours! Okay. Oh dear. Sorry, can I read some of the reviews? Let me just read the reviews. They're like, wow, amazing, you know, great portions. Hang on. Great atmosphere. The lads are good at what they do. Perfect experience. Friendly vibes. So I'm just reading if anything stands out in their reviews. They're strange. I've heard good things about them. Friendly people. Very professional. No, okay, there's nothing that obviously stands out as strange to me. Oh, dear. Yeah, anyway, sorry, for those joining the stream, I hope you're all okay. Sorry, I'm just talking about the, I need to go get my hair cut, but my barber's closed. My barber is currently closed, so I'm going to have to wait for later. Yeah, no, hang on. So, yeah, let me just tell you about what I've done over the weekend before I do any games. I'm quite tired. I've had a busy weekend, everybody. Busy. No rest for the wicked. Although it's stuff that I wanted to do, so it's all good. I've been doing some maintenance and DIY here in this bungalow. And, so I've basically been doing lots and lots of cleaning and lots of fixing and just general sort of tasks around the bungalow. And one of the things that I was doing over the weekend... Where is it? Hang on. There we go. One of the things that I was doing over the weekend is... What's happened is I've had a new roof placed on this bungalow. It needed doing, frankly. The roof was quite tired and quite old. And there's a section of the roof that's this flat roof, you see. So it's not all like a sloped roof. There's a portion of it which is a flat roof, which is made out of I think it's a bitumen base, but it's not like it's not the tar that they put down with the brushes and let it dry. It's a big like felting material that's made out of bitumen. So how it basically looks is you've got like an indoor section with like the main door, and then on top of that you've got some timbers for the structure, and then on top of that you had the waterproof bitumen-based felting. Now that was the old bitumen-based felting. See, what they did is, so when I had the roofers come in, I sort of pointed out that it was kind of naff, and they agreed with me. And for extra, they offered to fix it for me. And so what they did is they stripped away that... Oh, yeah, sorry, and the gutters are there, so the gutters catch the rainwater. So what they did is they stripped that... So they removed the gutters, they stripped away the bitumen-based roofing, leaving the timbers and obviously the brickwork and all that. And then they put on the new roof, and the new one is basically much thicker. It's thicker and it's longer. Nah. And it extends further to sort of bring the water away from the main structure. But there is a bit of a pickle in that when you go to put the gutters back on, the gutters no longer catch the rainwater, which is it's a fairly big problem, because where the water goes is a fairly big consideration here in my property. Now, the roofers did point this out, and I told them, don't worry about it. The reason I said that is that the scaffolding was up, and it was really awkward, and their job had already overrun by some time, and I thought, I can do it. It's fine, I can do it. It's not that difficult, I can do it. But you see, well, one thing that I've noticed is that there's this fairly obvious gap between the new roof and the old timbers. And I'm looking at it thinking, like creepy crawlies are going to get in that. You know, little wood lice, they're going to get in that. Little, basically, it's where the old soffit board, the old plastic PVC soffit board doesn't extend far enough. So what I've been doing over the weekend is first before I put the gutters on, is trying to come up with a bit of a remedy. And so on that front, I went to a DIY shop, and I was buying a bunch of different stuff. Lulu came with me on, I think it was Friday, when she came with me, but like she didn't go with me on Sunday when I went again. And so I went to the DIY shop and I picked up some paint and some paint brushes and some like white spirits and stuff. But I also picked up some treated timbers, so some treated timber battens. So they're pressure treated, which means apparently they're put into like a vacuum sealed something or other. Is it an autoclave or is that something different? And they're sort of at high pressures, preservatives are forced into the wood to resist rot and decomposition. So they're all treated, so they should last for decades, and they should be quite water and mold resistant. But regardless, I did sand. So basically, I was spending my Sunday sort of measuring and carefully cutting them on like a wooden bench. I'd love to show you the pictures, but I'd dox the shit out of myself by showing like pictures of things. Anyway, so I was cutting them and I was shaping them and I was slightly sanding them. Not too much, mind you, because apparently you can strip away the protective preservative layer. And thank you, Shirotto. That's very kind. And thank you, O'Galley. yeah, so I was just generally woodworking, really, just trying to, I was sitting outside. It was quite picturesque, Flaxitus, because I was quite, it almost sounds ridiculous. I was sitting beneath the blossoms of my apple tree as they calmly, like sanding pieces of wood as the blossoms would fall. It was like some sort of like middle-aged parody of some Japanese samurai sharpening the sword beneath the cherry blossom tree. Here I was, sanding the wood. Thank you, Fire Drake and Lowen Hertz. Thank you very much. No training, nerdy. Just, beyond what I, fucking secondary school design tech. But yeah, so I'm just making it all fit, making all the edges line up properly, and eventually I was able to slide them into the gaps perfectly smoothly, leaving just a tiny, like a couple of millimeters for expansion on either edge, and I'm just going to put some silicone sealant in there. But I nevertheless did decide to take these pieces of wood inside, where I gave them a good coat. So they've had one coat so far. I'm going to give them another coat later today, because it's still a bit tacky to the finger when I went and touched them this morning. I'm going to give them a second coat of a water-resistant paint, because it will also match the soffit board, so hopefully it will blend in nicely. So yeah, they're just currently drying out back, really, out in the conservatory with the windows open. And yeah, so just getting them all painted, getting them all sealed, and yeah, I was making some pasta sauce last night, so I was doing some cooking. Yeah, so just getting them painted, getting them all water resistant, and then the plan is to take these pieces, so lengthwise. So if you imagine, one of them is 2 meters long, and the other two are 1.04 meters long. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide them into the gap. They're already quite a snug fit. I've sort of sanded them carefully to make sure that is the case. But I'm going to make sure they're all snug in there, and then I'm going to use stainless steel screws, pre-drilled holes, of course, so I don't split the wood. I'm going to pre-drill the holes. I'm going to put the stainless steel screws up. Sorry, there's a bad diagram, because there is actually a piece of timber just above. I'm not going to be screwing into the bitumen, like making a leak. So yeah, so I'm going to screw them straight up, hold them in place, and then, when that's done, I'm going to put the gutters back on. But of course, the gutters still won't fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a similar story, just making smaller little blocks, carefully measured blocks of either like spruce or pine, some sort of softwood, again painted and treated for outdoors. And I'm going to make itty-bitty little legs for each of the gutter things, and I'm hoping in such a way, and I'll put lots of silicone sealant around the edges to make it all water sealed and water resistant, and I'm hoping it will last quite a long time, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm going to get that all fixed, and that's my current project. That's one of the things that I'm doing, is I'm just sort of trying to get the gutters all fixed in preparation for some heavy rain, which we did have. Actually, we had some heavy rain, and yeah, it was pretty obvious that I need to do something, because all the water was pouring off the flat roof and it wasn't draining properly. So yeah, why not get a wider gutter, Jim Bob? Aha, that's the pickle. So the reason I can't get a wider gutter is that the available space is already extremely tight. There is a door that opens with about 2 millimeters worth of clearance. It is already extremely restricted. So I need to be quite... Yeah, the tolerances that I have available are very, very, very tight. So, yeah, I'm just trying to measure it and get it all looking and fitting better than it was before, because whoever did it before did a bit of an okay-ish job, but it could be much better. I'm very confident I can do better. Sven, I asked them not to, because all the scaffolding was blocking it. It would have been way easier if I did it. Yeah. It's alright, I can handle it. Yeah. Before you deal things, sometimes it's supposed to breathe? Yeah, sometimes, but not in this case. not in this case. This is... Yeah, fully fucking seal this shit against moisture. And yeah, no, this isn't... Yeah, this needs to get sealed. This is not... I don't want water creeping in here. But yeah. Right. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. But yeah, that was my little DIY what's it. Lulu's fine. I need to give her a fresh dose of her painkillers. She's just gone for her walkies, but yeah, she's okay. She's good. Have I fixed the leak that I found when I finished the underfloor heating? Fully fixed it, Shirotto. The underfloor heating system is fully repaired and has never worked better, frankly. Yeah, I've fully. I'll tell you one thing. I need to put in that rust retardant stuff. There's like a biofouling rust retardant solution. I can't remember what it's called. I've got like two bottles of it in the lounge. I just need to measure out how much I need. So that's still a job to do, and I need to swap out the two brass fixtures, the flow gauges with stainless steel ones. But yeah, got to be done. So still a task to do. Thank you, Damp Cap. Thank you very much, Damp Cap. All right, hang on. Am I planning to run a heat pump? Maybe one day, but I have spent way too much money at the moment. way too much of your money, thanks to your kindness, folks. I need to calm down now. I need to, do some smaller tasks. But that roof was quite a bit. Right, hang on. All right, loading game. Dorelia says, "Don't get a heat pump. My experience has only been bad." Oh yeah. Okay. But yeah, Lulu's fine. She's happy. She's nearly 10, Pomegranate. She's turning 10 in just a few weeks. How are the solar panels? Installed but not connected. We had a big sort of wash of rain, and it washed them all clean, which is lovely. So before that, they were covered in dust and seagull shit. Alright. So welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to my Icarus 2. I have been playing a little bit over the weekend, just putting some music on and just chilling. So the major change to the craft is that I've put on this cockpit and I've revised some of its control systems. But beyond that, it's mostly the same. Right. I've also mounted 2 fuel tanks here and here. The total gauge, so that's the total fuel of the entire thing. So we put this fuel tank here for the moment, but yeah. Right. Oh yeah, sorry, for those who don't know what they're even looking at, Stormworks Search and Rescue is, think of it like Space Engineers, but for search and rescue. So you use blocks to build a craft of your own design, but your objective is to rescue people. So, what's that over there? So Blue Boat radioed for help. Search and rescue 2 overboard passengers in the ocean. The trouble is, I've mounted these here so I can try to learn how to fly via instrumentation, because the moment any fog rolls in... Hang on. The moment any fog rolls in, it's very difficult. Up main throttle a smidge. Yeah, it's not connected. Compass ball, there we go. Thank you, Arkama. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad that people seem to like the peak bullshittery. I must admit, I was quite worried about it because it is very friend sloppy, and obviously the shelf life of friend slop games is about the same as a lettuce. But yeah, but regardless, I think people seem to like it, which is good. Holy shit, that was a bit of a... What the hell happened there? Whoa. Okay, don't know what happened there. And straight into the fog we go. Right, so RPS, yep, 10 engine RPS, yeah, so we're good. Right. So artificial horizon, level it out. Yeah, so as you can see, dense fog. Yeah, I've noticed we've got a bit of a right side lead. Oh, hello, do you see that blip? That blip in the ocean? Hang on. Dial down our throttle. I saw a light. Did you see a light? There they are. Look. Is that them? Careful. Right. So, what I've also done is I've fully enclosed the cockpit. So in addition to the 2 pontoons over there to lift the propellers out of the water, hopefully the cockpit should help. Now granted, if I open the door, this thing might flood, so I haven't tested that yet. Okay, so we're quite bobbing in the water. Let me just use the starter engine to creep forward. Don't run him over. That's a good shout. A hatch on the top of the plane might be a better idea. So let's test it. Step out. Here we go. Okay, not too bad. Right. Is it a person? Yes, it is. Let's grab him. Oh, incapacitated. I got him? Wait, can they sit down or do I need to get a bed for them? Because I don't have a bed. Okay, there we go. Get inside quick. Don't let it flood. Can I put them down? Padded seat. Where are they? Did I pick them up? Oh fuck, what the fuck? Did I not even pick them up? Hang on. Do I need to bring them a med kit? What's this? Hose. How do I drop this? Open. How do you drop something? Oh wait, I've got a first aid kit. There we go. Defib? Oh fuck, I don't think I have a defib kit. So hold incapacitated. Mission casualty died. Damn. That was too slow. Rip. I see. Is he over my shoulder now? No, he's not. Is he? Yes, he is. Okay. Get a defib kit then. Cool. And we'll put a hatch on top of the plane. And better yet, we should also get a pump. Yeah, get pumps mounted in the bottom. So if we do flood, we can pump all the water out. Do I have the body on my shoulder? I don't know. Yes, I do. How do I get rid of him? There we go. Deceased. Sorry, dude. Right. Get back in the plane. Right, that's our runway. Right, so... main throttle up. Ah! Lights on. Jesus Christ. Okay, that doesn't work. Right. Starter engine enabled. Max throttle. Lift up. As fast as we can. Nope, don't submerge. Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Come on, lift up. Woo! There we go. Alright. Throttle down. Oh, thank you, Kel Sanyo. That's very kind of you, Kel. Thank you for doing that, Kel. Right. Going for a land as best we can. Well, a bit fast. No, we're alright. Are we alright? Oh shit, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Wow, oh my god, that was slick. That was slick. Holy crap, that was slick. There we go. Hang on. Alright. There we go. Okay, so let's equip it with... yeah, modifications then. So, right, do I have a defib kit? No. Got a couple of med kits, but no defib kit. Right. Thank you, Kelsanyo. Thank you, Kelsanyo. Thank you, Lady Revox. Thank you, all of you. Right, defib kit. So, defibrillator. Requires 3. Right. Is that a defib kit? Hang on, yeah. Tell you what, put it mounted up here. Looks like it's meant to be mounted this way. What else can we put in here? What other equipment? My wings are not aligned. Probably, yes. That probably explains why we're sliding sideways. Alright. Flare gun. Get another rope. Probably, yeah, we need more rope in general, to be honest. It's very useful. Right. Thank you, Bayer Man. Thank you very much. Alright, sausage. Yeah, she's fine. Right, so my wings are not... ah, that'll be it. Yeah, that'll be why we're sliding around so awkwardly. No problem. We'll fix that. Right, fix the wings, then put in a hatch at the top, and maybe a bed as well, if we get somebody who can't, is truly incapacitated. Alright. Oh, that's very kind of you, Dilria. Thank you. I don't have that many places to send it beyond, you could email me. Although I apologise, my email is a bit of a pit. Hang on. There's so much I can't. It's difficult, especially when working. I need to go back and respond to a whole bunch of people. But thank you very much. All right. Hang on. There we go. Oh yeah, sorry. Tell you what else I did over the weekend. I sat down. I think this was Saturday. I sat down and I watched the 1999 film The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Still holds up. Obviously, it's still good. I mean, there are elements that don't hold up. Most notably, the CGI is a bit wonky in places. But I still really enjoyed it. But can I point out one? Okay. It is a film. It is a 90s action film. Don't take it too seriously. But there is one part which made me chuckle quite considerably. This is a scene from The Mummy from 1999. And in this scene, for those who have not seen the film, our hero, Brendan Fraser, discovers that there's a group of competing American treasure hunters who are trying to find the lost American city of the dead called Hapanatra, or whatever it is. And apparently it's rumored to be full of treasure, and obviously they're interested. So they're sitting here playing cards, and they're like, we'll race you to the city of Hapanatra, or whatever it is. And they're like, you're on. Anyway, so plot continues, blah, 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 and yes, they've got themselves like a British-sounding Egyptologist, apparently, and he's their expert, you see, for all things mummy-related and Egyptian-related. But anyway, they get to the site at the same time, and it's all very sort of pointing guns at each other to try and race to the treasure. And the Americans find this statue called like the Statue of Horus or Anubis or some shit, and they start digging, and they find themselves a chest, and they open the chest, you see. And on opening it, yeah, it comes out from the base of the statue, so it must be something of extreme importance. So from this chest, they open it to discover that there is a piece of fabric, and in that piece of fabric, they discover that there is a book. It is the Book of the Dead. And the Egyptologist, the expert, the guy that they brought around specifically to identify, this shit, is in awe. He can't believe what's in his hand. He's like, the Book of the Dead. And the bit that made me laugh, again, shouldn't take it seriously, but it made me laugh, is when the Americans are going, a book? We came all this way for a book? Where's the treasure? They're like, in that sort of accent. And the guy's like, this is treasure. And then he's like, well, I wouldn't trade that for like a 2-cent something. And he kicks the box. And then they stand up, and then he kicks the box in frustration. And then, ooh, like a bunch of, those jars, canopic jars, with the mummy bits in them, like the organs or whatever. And and it's set up to be a bit of shine, like a bit of ooh. And then they sort of look down, and the Egyptologist goes, there's your treasure. And they look so pleased with themselves afterwards. They've got these bottles, and they're like, oh, we got our treasure. And I'm like, do you have any idea, like, how much that book there, like the Book of the Dead, like, unique artifact, pristine preservation, how many tens of millions of pounds is that worth? Versus, they got some little jars. Yeah, like, how much gold, if they're trying to sell the jewelry, how much gold is in that thing? Like, fucking few hundred quid at best? Obviously, it's a historical value, but I would imagine that compared to this, and they just leave their Egyptologist with it. Like, they just leave the book with him, almost implying that they're ignoring it because it's like a book. Anyway, it made me laugh because I was like, you idiots. Hang on. Yeah, it's full on jar of dirt moment. Fucking, oh, yay. Right, anyway. Oh, dear me. Yeah, books are for nerds. Okay, wings are aligned. Lovely. Okay, then paste it. Okay. What have I done? There we go. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it was very, very good, and the chemistry between the leads was also really, really good. I don't think there was one. There was barely a piss pop casting moment in that whole the major characters of that film. Thank you, Scat. Thank you very much, Scat. And yeah, Anuk Sun Moon. Yeah, interestingly, afterwards, I was just browsing the Wikipedia page, just reading about like Egyptian history, and I was reading about the Valley of the Kings and the discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun, and rather surprisingly grisly pictures all over Wikipedia of the different mummies. Some of them are quite disturbing. I was like, oh, that's really quite unpleasant to see, like properly preserved corpses and on full display. Full on horror shit. And anyway, one of the things that threw me when I was reading about the Valley of the Kings is that Anuk Sun Moon, you know that name that the mummy keeps repeating, Anuk Sun Moon, his girlfriend that he's trying to save. Apparently, they took that name from Tutankhamun's wife. Or is it mother? It's either wife or mother. But it's like that. Obviously, they just took the name. It's not it's just a fictional character for the sake of the mummy. But this whole like you repeat like Anuk Sun Moon from the mummy. Apparently, yeah, that was just that's literally the name that they took from King Tut's wife. Right, hang on. Let's put a hatch on the roof. Or why not do? Hang on. Sorry for those just joining. I'm just modifying my seaplane. What we could do. So if we do get flooding, I mean, I need to plan for flooding in its sort of, this compartment here, which keeps it afloat. If it takes damage, we could be in a pickle. Let's put down... Hang on. No, don't put it in symmetry mode yet. Put down here, at the back door, a fluid port. Fluid port. There we go, in the floor. So that pokes down here, a bit difficult to see. Then put it in symmetry mode, and then get some pipes. Get a T-piece. Send it sideways like this. And then pumps. Alright. Hi there, Kai Burst. You want to ask, did the gameplay of the new biome in Peak not fit the bullshittery production timeline? I'm afraid not, Kai. There just weren't enough jokes filmed to really fit. So I was trying to sort of showcase the peak bullshittery. So, as you probably noticed, I edited the peak bullshittery to look like one single playthrough of each biome one by one. But that is a lie. It is, in fact, a collection of many, many different peak sessions arranged in such a way to showcase the funny moments, but in a way that is like the shore, the tropics, the mesa, the tomb, chronologically based on what seemed to flow through the main game's biomes. The problem is, there just wasn't enough to fill a roots biome because we played it like twice. Same with the Arctic one. It didn't come up enough in the rotation, and not enough funny moments happened in it. So I just couldn't squeeze them in to make them see. It would have been blink and you miss it. Like we entered the biome and we're leaving the biome 10 seconds later. You'll also notice, and I pointed this out in the Patreon post, that did you notice how it went airport, shore, tropics, and then some reason we die? And then it's back to the airport, and then shore, then tropics? That's because we had so many moments for the shore and the tropics and the airport that if I were to stack them all in one sitting, it would have been too much. It would have just been like half the video would have just been the tropics. So I decided to break them up in such a way by intentionally inserting a death to give an excuse for my edit to go back to the airport. With the elevator gag, where we're all going, we were sort of pushing against each other and going, stop touching me! I thought it flowed well. I thought it made sense to me, at least, when I was editing it together. But yes, it's fake. It's well, it's not fake. I mean, the clips are real, but the chronological order of it is not. It's not one game. It's like 20 or whatever. I don't know however many streams we played. Right. Any reason why you didn't add my death when I had the idol? I didn't die. That's also, yeah, I didn't die with it, Malkesh. I survived all the way to the end on that playthrough. Yeah, we carried it, we threw it into the lava, we got into the kiln, we got the achievement, we climbed to the top and ended it. But that's not funny. So instead, the last scene with the idol was where I was in the lava, and then I cut to the next scene, which is presumably weeks later, when Quebec was playing the tissue. Thank you, Herathorn. Thank you very much there, Herathorn. Right, fluid pumps. This is what I wanted. Aha, I'll tell you what I could do. Could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. No worries, Malkesh. Hope you're well. Now, which way does it go again? Which way's in? Which way's out? Oh, fuck, I don't know. Hang on. Fluid pump. I don't know. Sorry, does anyone know any Stormworks? So is the short bit in or out? Does anyone know? You think I died when climbing with the idol? Couldn't because I held the idol and Alistair had to save me and revive everyone. Maybe, but just after that bit with the lava thing, I stayed in the lava and bounced people up, intentionally exploiting the fact that I was immune to let people climb. Hold my mouse on the port. Does it show me? Fluid. Ah, thank you. Fluid in. Lovely. Thank you kindly. Who said that? Nif. Thank you, Nif. Right, so if I stick that there, I have a plan. There's a method to my madness. Then I'm going to put another T-piece right here. For those joining, well, yeah, welcome indeed. You're looking at Stormworks. Think Space Engineers, but it's search and rescue. So you're building like a ship that goes and saves people. So then I'm going to put another fluid port here. Right, and then I'm going to seal it in. And what I'm trying to achieve here... wait, I will need fluid ports on this side. Oh, they'll poke out, they look a bit awkward. So let's make it look a bit snazzier. Make it look a bit flush. 2 for 2? Do it like this. That top one only has a 1. And then give it a paint. There we go. Wait, has that undone the seal? It probably has undone the seal. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Ah, it already was a 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Get a square piece. And then get a wedge. Is it 1 by 2 or 1 by 3? That should be good enough. Let's make sure it's nice and sealed. Alright, cool. Okay, so that little awkward structure on the side there. Yeah, look a bit smoother, couldn't it? Dial that back a smidge. Why is that there, I wonder? What's on the other side? Yeah, remove that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I put that there because of the. Yeah, I know why I did that. It's because the inside is a bit. It was a bit weirdly shaped because that used to be the bottom of the plane. There we go. Cool. Oh, thank you, Mr. Peak, and thank you, Alpha Bravo Tango and Nif. That's very kind of you both. Thank you, all of you. That was very kind of you all. Thank you, folks. Right, so what I'm going to do now is put a toggle button in the floor. Okay. There we go, paint it. And the toggle button is going to be called... pumps? So what's the name of a pump that... not like a bilge pump. Like it sort of gets water out of the ship. Does it have a special name? your mum. Sump. Bailing, I suppose. Flush. Sump pump. Sump pump. There we go. Right, make sure it's all hooked up. So both pumps are hooked up to the... There we go. And then the activation. Initiate both pumps. All right. Give it a save, the Icarus version 3. All right. So, in the event of flooding, if I open the door and too much water floods in rough seas, we can switch that on and hopefully flood out at least some of the water. Right. Oh yeah, I was watching this animation over the weekend of, you know, those like cool 3D animations where someone breaks apart like an Age of Sail ship and goes over like all talking about all the rigging and all that and all the different elements of it. Apparently, according to that video, sailors to bilge water at the very bottom of the ship. It stank and it was horrible and it was obviously disgusting, filthy water. But apparently, sailors during the Age of Sail would distrust any ship that did not have smelly bilge water, because it would imply possibly a leak somewhere if fresh water was replacing the bilge water. So disgusting bilge water was a sign of a sturdy ship. Maybe, Kelsanya, we talked about it. But we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and we suggested maybe talking about Windrose when ZF Tom comes back from Thailand. He was shagging ladyboys, apparently. So now that he's back, and presumably it burns when he pees, the discussion, I'm sure, will be had again. Right. Okay, cool. Looks good in there. That's all sealed. Let's put a hatch at the top. So... Hatch. Right, should we stick it there? Can we stick it there? Do I have it in symmetry mode? Take away the windows. Right. Is there enough room for a ladder if I were to put it there? Should be. Which way does it open though? Got to test it before we put everything in. Why can't I put that in? Try there. Right. Was it Barley? Sorry. You went somewhere. Somewhere where there are ladyboys. Right, open up. Okay, yeah, it needs to go the other way. And it needs to be taller because it's going to bonk me on the head. Alright. Hi there, Lucifer. You watched the second playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 and you have to ask, will you ever get a full evil playthrough, like where we decided to attack the Grove? Yeah, that was playthrough number 3. We slaughtered everybody. Playthrough number 3, Lucifer. We took the evil playthrough. And when we took the evil playthrough, there was this one funny moment where we did something so evil. Like, we were going through Baldur's Gate, and we were killing, and we were stealing, and it was ha 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 ha. But we got to this one moment where we encountered this tiefling musician lady, and she was like, oh, my dream is to play something or other. And then I think it was Digby's character picked up her lute, which was a gift from, like, her mother or tutor or mentor or something, and then smashed it against a tree. And afterwards we were like, I don't want to be evil anymore. It was horrible. It was so cruel. It was so unnecessarily crual. Afterwards, we had this panic where we were practically holding each other, going, "I don't want to be evil anymore." That was really bad. They were like, "Listen, it's okay. Like evil's meant to be fun. Be a cunt, not like a cunt." Good life advice, that. Try to be a cunt, but not like a cunt. You know, a fun cunt. Fun cunts are fun. Hang on. Try that. So, is that taller and does it open the right way? Yes, be funts, not cunts. Right. Yeah, that's better. Lovely. If we put a ladder here, so long as it's fixed against the side. Can we climb it properly? Give it a test. Can I just jump? No. Right. Did anyone ever play a game called, not Evil Gene, Overlord? That was it. Anyone ever played a game called Overlord? It's where it's like Pikmin, but you're a knight in armor. Anyone remember that? Yeah. See, I've only played it once, and only partially, so my memory might be hazy. But I remember that the concept of it was so squandered in that they had this. It was that time in gaming where there was binary choice, good or evil. Two different ways to play the game. In order to try to have the same, basically replay value by having two different pathways. But I remember that the evil way, there was like what was it? Basically, was it the evil way that was wrong or the good way? Essentially, one of the two sides was so bizarre that it wasn't really. I'm trying to think of a good example because it's been too many years. Like it was so. It was either too harsh and evil that it was comical, or it was too petty and minor, and like a good way that it was silly. There was some way that the binary nature of it wasn't thought through. I seem to remember. Like, I think you were just killing people for no reason when you could tax them or enslave them or whatever if you were being truly evil. It was something like that. It was. Yeah, I remember that it felt very, very undercooked. Hang on. It almost felt a bit similar to Knights of the Old Republic with their whole Sith type thing. It always felt so like, why are we doing this again? Oh, because power or something? Yeah, but why are we doing this? Okay, there we go. We have a hatch. Now, can I... Again, don't put it in symmetry mode. Can I climb it if I put a ladder mounted in the wall? Lather? Ladder. Is that positioned the right way? Will it be too restrictive? Hang on. Do I only need... Hang on. Do I just need the one rung of the ladder? If so, we'll just tuck it up into the top. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, probably Derilia. But yeah, that's a ridiculous way of doing it. If you exist just to counter what your opponent is doing, then you don't have an identity of your own. Right. Okay, so we have a top hatch in the event of flooding. Okay, what about a bed? We have the defibrillator kit. Need to go out and rescue someone again. The bed. Trouble is we don't have a huge amount of room. I could extend this as another compartment, couldn't I? Have I made any new Nerf gun purchases? No, the Nerf gun that I used only as a prop in that video for Russ still sits in the cupboard. I'm waiting for an opportune moment to hand it to one of my brother's children at a time when it would be the most disruptive and annoying for him. Bed. Medical bed? It's quite big. Then again, take some of these away. Squeeze in there, it's quite huge. No, put the seats back. Right. There we go. Let's go. No, I've got to sleep. I'm trying to do search and rescue at night is too difficult. Then again, it might be easier because of the lights. Let's give it a welly. Right. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. Also had my mum pop round to visit over the weekend. Yeah, she's fine. There we go. So let's see how we fly now. Yeah, visit / snoop, yeah. There we go. Yeah, everything's fine. If you'll forgive me, folks. Oh god, I can't see the. Oh no, that's bad. I can't see the artificial horizon. The lights. Hold on. Can I? Oh Jesus. Okay. We've got a slight problem. Hang on. We can do this. Come for. Okay. Fucking hell. Are we close enough to? Yes, we are. Right, I see a slight hindrance. So, yeah, let's put the backlights on. So, logic. Which button? Which chair button? Hotkey 4, 6. Where are they? That's number 2. Number 1. What's number 3? There it is, hotkey number 3. Right, so backlights. Right. Yeah, just get all of my instrumentation dialed backlights on. Backlights. Sweet. Compass ball backlights. There we go. Thank you for saying so, Silence. Yes, I think, yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased that people like the Rust video. It was a bit of a gamble. Yeah. No, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that people like it. Alright. Yeah, we had a plan. It didn't survive contact with the plan. Alright, up we go. Oh, really, Sir BB? I should have done that. Hang on. So when the seat is occupied, the backlights will come on automatically. Ooh, there we go. I like it. Right, let's see how we do now. Night flying. So we've got instrumentation. And where are we going? Next rescue is south of us. Blue recreational boat requires servicing, or fishing boat in distress. Let's head, fly south then. It's east. There we go. Alright, cool. Where are we going? Yep, heading south, line up the artificial horizon. And go down a bit, we're 300 meters up into the fog bank. So we're looking for a fishing boat in distress, so at night time it might be easier to spot. There we go. Cool. Flies pretty well. And also, to my right side, I've mounted a GPS thing. So, yeah, if we get truly lost, we'll be able to consult the GPS. Well, Frank, you say that. As part of the forest video, I did want to do some skits in which I would, like, basically do the whole sort of silly game logic in contact with reality skits, where I'm out in some woods or something. I don't really have any volunteers near me, though. I don't really have any friends that would agree to sort of appear on camera as a joke. And also, interestingly, the axe from the original Forest is a real axe. It's currently in service. It's like a, it's an axe that's in service with a German, not Air Force, like what's the term? Like a civilian. My brain even. Like a manufacturer of planes. And I was tempted to order one of them as a prop for the video, but it was wildly expensive. Okay, have we gone too far? So 140 x coordinates. Where are we now? 140 minus 244. we've gone too far. Head northeast. Level out. That's north. This way a smidge. So we're looking for a boat that either needs rescuing or servicing somewhere. In the middle of the fog, we can't see them. Oh, hello. What's that? Hello. Are you something? It's like a tower. Oh, look. Is it an oil rig? Something? No, it's a solar thing. What the fuck? Solar, the wind turbine. Where the fuck is that? Where are we? Oh, is that the boat that needs servicing? Let's go investigate. Could be. We'll check. Yeah, we'll land and then check the GPS coordinates. Main throttle down. Come around. Watch it. Don't crash too hard. There they are. Yeah, there's something in the water next to it. Is that a boat or just unrelated? There we go. Cool. Right. Where are we? So, X coordinates 159. So, 159 here. Y coordinates minus 218. Minus 200. Okay. Maybe. I see. There it is. Aha. So it could be. It's in the search area. Let's go investigate. Hang on. Are we flooding? Feels like we're flooding. Turn that pump on. Oh. That's not good. Thank you, Derelict Dreams and Reguston. Thank you very much. Yeah, we need dimmer lights in here. Rescue 2 casualties, an offshore wind turbine. Oh, didn't I power up the button? Whoops. Oh no, we could be flooding. We could have a bit of a problem on our hands. Oh no, could have a serious problem on our hands because it's all attached, so I could be sinking fully. Okay. Well, if I didn't hook up the pump, then we can't start the pump. I think we're in serious trouble. I think we're going to die. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, our only chance is to hit the main throttle and go as high as we can go. Lift the wings. No, don't go down into the water. No. No. Yep, up. Up. Fly up, not down. Yeah, we're gonna drown. We're gonna fucking drown. Right, hang on. Maybe slower, maybe? Hang on. Fuck. Lift the nose. No, we're done. We're done. Yeah, I must have not sealed it properly. Water's leaking in from somewhere, and because it's leaking in here, it's leaking in everywhere. Because it's all connected. Shit, is that the boat? Yes, it is. We're in the correct location. Idiot, to swim up the ladder. Okay. Ooh, thank you for the raid there, Care. Thank you. Right, we're kind of screwed. I've got no choice but to reload. Well, nuts. Right. Okay, so... Oh, what the fuck? There you go. Deal with them later. There we go. Okay. As you do. Right. So why are you leaking? I presume because these pumps are not fully sealed. I probably poked a hole in it. Right. Why are you leaking? Yeah, it's probably not fully sealed all the way around. I'm guessing somewhere there's a gap. Okay. Right, remove that then. Maybe instead remove these fluid. Yeah, remove these here and here. Go in symmetry mode. Select the pumps. Just simply move them deeper like that. And then put the fluid port straight up against the edge of the hull. Whoops. Hang on. That's fluid out. Is that the other way? Fluid out. There we go. Alright. Stick that there. No, wait, that's still not correct, is it? Thank you, Nadcat. Thank you very much, Nadcat. Thank you very much, Nadcat. That's very, very kind of you. Okay, fuck it. Hang on. What we're going to do is we're going to offset them by doing this. Remove that. Right, 2 fluid ports here and here. Right. Then we're going to put some pumps. Put 2 pumps just on one side, essentially. Way. Is that correct? But yeah, so today my plan. I would like to do some cooking. I'm going to take the week off, so no thinking about editing. I need some time off. My brain is so full of fuck. I do want to go fishing, but I've got quite a lot. Yeah, I've got like loads of things. So tomorrow I've got a doctor's appointment, which I can't skip. So it can't be tomorrow. Yeah. Wednesday maybe. I've got some clothes arriving. I've ordered some clothes. They seem to be vanishing. I don't know what that's about. Maybe Lulu's hiding them. Okay, fluid ports. My asthma medication, it's not very effective. I've got a new inhaler, but it's pretty piss. Right. Fishing alone or with Lamb Ram? I'll ask him, but depends if he can get time off from his work and also his kids. Right, pump is now powered. There we go. Fluid pump on. There we go. Right, so it should now be connected. Okay, hopefully there's no gap then, because it's built into the side of the thing. Okay, let's also do something about the lights, because oh my god, they're bright. These are far too bright. So dial these down. Dial you down. Or is it these ones? Is that what's causing an issue? Yeah, actually, it would be these ones. So disable these. For now to remind me to do something. Do it properly. Am I using it properly? Mm-hmm. Alright. Oh yes, I was having a conversation with Nep last night, and she was sending me a whole bunch of suggestions for cooking, a whole bunch of Turkish food, and I was like, they were sending me lots of examples of Turkish food, lots of meat. They appear to like their meat. Hang on. Lights. Indicator light, small spotlight, mounted spotlight. Is there a gentler light inside then? Mount a couple of searchlights. Well, they're huge. No, go with these small spotlights. Put them here instead. Alright. And then get them all hooked up onto the same... I think it was the one key. By all means, SD Peppers. Thank you. Yeah, so I fancy doing some cooking. So as mentioned, I've got lots of DIY tasks I need to complete. I've ordered water butt stuff. I've got in my garden a water butt, a water barrel that was behind the shed that I was too fat to get behind. My mum popped around and she opened, she cleared out all the debris and then lifted it in such a way that we could basically fling it over the roof of the shed. And I've got this big sort of empty barrel. And what I've done is I've ordered a base for it to lift it high enough to put a watering can underneath it. And I've ordered this rain pipe diverter, which is where you basically take a hacksaw and you cut it into the downward gutter for your building. Basically, I'm going to try and divert some rainwater into this water butt. But obviously it needs to be positioned correctly, and it's going to be heavy, so yeah. Alright. Okay, so let's try that. So give that a save. Alright, we should probably crash it into the water on purpose to see if it floats. Do the pumps work? They do. Pumps are pumping. We'll give them a test if you like. Hang on. Let's go. Those are the lights. I see, they're forward facing now. Okay, drive the plane into the water on purpose. Oh, they're really blinding, holy shit. Right, here we go. And whoop. So do we float? Oh, we're going upside down. Damn it. Well, I suppose it's fine. It's a test. Ah, fuck. Does it float? Damn it. Ah. Right. Fuck's sake. Fucking haul ass. Let's go. Let's go. Haul ass. Pick up faster speed. There we go. Straight into the water and level it out. Right. Do we float or do we sink? Maybe? I don't know. There is a way of checking, isn't there? Hang on, if I go to... Is it screenshot? Hang on. Ah, there we go. If I go into photo mode, then I can slide around, look inside. Oh god, it's dark. Can't see any water. I think we might be okay. What's that? Below the deck. I think we're okay. Where are the pumps? too dark. I can't see shit. Alright. Okay, I think we might be okay. Right, so can we fly? So, main throttle up, starter engine enabled, lift the nose. It's not a good sign. Sorry, pardon me. Oh, alright. No, maybe we are sinking. That's strange. We were floating before. What have I done? Well, ideally, Lewin, we shouldn't need the pumps. It's just a, you know, hang on. The pumps are if something goes wrong. It's meant to fly on its own. Not sure, Malkesh. The lights are extremely bright either way. Did the weight get shifted forward? Yeah, a little bit. A smidge. That's true, Bridgie, yeah. But it was working before, is my point. Briefly, while I'm here, let me just take the fuel tank and shimmy it back. Hang on. At least move some of the temporary weight back further. Thank you, Mackie. Thank you very much there, Mackie. Hang on. At least get it centrally aligned. Right. Bloody. Yeah, this fuel tank won't be here permanently. It's just something to get it out of the way. Ah, fuck me. Right, there we go. So what's the problem? Why flooding? It's all sealed to my eyes. I've missed something. What have I missed? What's that? That's an indicator light. I must have poked a hole somewhere and I don't know where. I was fucking around with this bit, wasn't I? Have I poked a hole here without realizing? Aha, is that a hole? No. Regardless, fill that in there. Could water be getting in through the pumps? I don't think so. They're sealed off by fluid ports. The fluid ports are watertight. Should be fine. You can test it with the fluid sensor, says Jim Bob. Fluid sensor. Do you mean liquid sensor? Liquid meter. Alright, good idea. Oh, that is a good idea. Oh my god. That's a brilliant idea. Holy crap. Well done. So, flood meter. Yeah, hang on. Give me a gauge. Yeah, we can basically put a gauge to calculate the total open space and how much liquid is in that open space. Oh my god, that's genius. Jim, that's genius. Is it a 3? No, it just needs space in front of the dial. So hang on. Yeah, so mount that in the wall. Right. Oh my god. Like, how did I not think of this before? Yeah, so battery power that gauge. Backlight. Just put it on the fucking thing. There we go. So secondary display value, primary display value. Okay, so 0 out of whatever it is, 5,000. It will tell us when we get it, right? So, I don't know, like what would we call this? Below deck. So below deck. So what are the two values? It says 2 needles. The primary needle is white. The secondary needle is red. Okay, so the secondary needle is here. This needs to be this sensor, the fluid capacity, and this primary one is the liquid level. So in doing so, like a fuel tank, it'll tell me if there's any water down there and how much. Alright. Spawn it. So to give you an example, if I go to the front cockpit, you see that gauge? It says fuel. Oh, is it the other way? 1953. Is that correct? Oh. So below deck. Right, so 7,687 total space. 0 liquid. Obviously because we're not in the water. So that's not correct. Hang on. Jim, forgive me, my mind is blown. I don't know why, I have no idea why I never thought of this. That's so obvious. It's embarrassingly obvious. To just put, to treat your bilge area, or whatever you want to call it, it's just like a separate fuel tank. Hang on. Good morning, Jinx. There we go. Right, now dip it in the water. Right. Doesn't matter if it goes upside down, it's fine. Though I might drown before I see the results. Ah, fuck. No. No, bollocks. Ah, fuck. Hang on. Ugh. Ew. Horrid noise. Wait, it might help to actually close the door if we're trying to determine how many leaks are in the ship. Where's the end of the runway? Okay. And so gently, right, so here we go. So fuel tank 166 out of 1,953 total capacity. Go back here. Bloody chair. Okay, so we don't have a leak. It's all central. Yeah, it's all okay. Brilliant. Well, not brilliant, because that just means my plane sucks. Hang on. So throttle up. Lift it. No, why is it doing that? I wasn't doing it before. I've linked it to both capacity and level, I believe. There we go. Why are we going down now? Nose heavy. Yeah, but I'm wondering why. Literally not doing this before. Maybe it's because the seas were calm, were rougher, and I was getting some air on a wave. Okay. Right, so let's move. Oh, fuck, this is annoying, this fucking thing. Move the propellers back. Put more air in the forward floats. Yeah, keeps doing that weird noise. Right. Maybe there's too much air back here? Oh, that's an idea. Oh, because these are meant to be full of fuel. And I haven't filled them full of fuel. So are they meant to be weight that's pulling me down at the back, which isn't? Ah, so what if What if? Just saying, is there a small hatch that we can use? You know what? Just do a quick test. Just literally just poke a fucking hole in it. What happens if we pretend that these are actually full of diesel? Water and whoop. There we go. Oh wait, what the fuck? Oh, good, the fuel isn't oh god. Good, the autosave didn't save it when I attached up the wait, it is. Quoi? I don't get it. Why is it not got any fuel in there? I'm just leaking the fuel out into the seawater? Do you reckon? Oh no. I haven't. No, we've got plenty of diesel. Karula says you're planning on making sure the plane works when fully fueled. What happens when you're low on fuel? Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Which is to say, we'll discover that bridge and then have a panic. Even though we could have fixed it long before. Okay. I must admit, this shouldn't, because it's just, I mean, the fluid ports are there, and they shouldn't be leaking anything without command. Is it really hooked up? Looks to be, to my eyes. You're right, sausage. Yeah, she's fine. She's flopped. Okay, maybe it was. Fuel's right here. Fuel's fine. Alright. Save it. So, yeah, I don't know why the nose isn't lifting. Okay, so hang on, we're back to the old problem. So, maybe move the propellers back as a temporary fix for now? Well, what happens? Yeah, let's try it. What happens? Maybe... Right, so go into symmetry mode. Right, leave these floating there. Is there enough space? It is a game. Let us play. Let us play the game and see what happens, shall we? What if I were to put pipe here, right? These here and here. Is there enough room for the propellers to spin, or will they go kathonk? They'll probably go kathonk. Right, so what happens if they spin there? Oh, is that a wing surface? Okay, hang on, it's a wing surface. It's not going to fly. Right, so go here. Pipe angle enclosed. Right, down there it goes. So yeah, after this stream, I'm probably going to go get some lunch, and then I'm going to go and put another paint layer on those bits of timber that I've got in the conservatory. I'm not going to install them today, mind you. But I might go outside and I might start cleaning the area where I'm going to mount these battens. Sorry, for those who didn't see it earlier, I'm trying to install some guttering on the side of the house. But but it's a bit awkward. Been cutting some treated timbers. I've also just got some general maintenance stuff that I need to do. I need to get out a silicon gun, and I need to practice with it, because there's a whole bunch of things that I need to silicon. Like say the toilet, the basin of the toilet needs to be re-siliconed down. The air conditioning has like a thing that I need to properly seal. Yeah, just lots of bits all over. No rest for the wicked. Right, pipe. Yeah, loads of chores. At some point I need to get up into the loft because it is absolutely filthy. I'm going to wear like a full-on professional dust mask. Get up there with a hoover and just start cleaning it out, because it's all the dust. It was already very filthy from years of no cleaning whatsoever. All the detritus and the crap. But now with the roof replacement, all of the particles, everything from the roof has crashed down into the loft. It's awful up there. So I'm going to sort of, at some point probably later this year, I'm going to sort of work in segments to sort of lift up the insulation, pack it away in like thick, heavy-duty bags, hoover to get all the dust out, and then I'm going to put in some... I'm going to remove the old wires that don't do anything, the old, like, you know, fucking wires from the 60s. And then I'm going to put down behind the light fixtures, there are these... is this correct? Like fire... Basically like these raised plastic buckets that you put over the light fixtures to make sure there's an air gap so you don't cause a fire hazard. And then I'm going to put down fresh insulation. And then I'm going to, on top of that, put like a shelving system. Like, you don't necessarily walk on it. It's more like a storage thing for boxes. Basically just make the loft much more... yeah, much less of just a coughing hazard. Oh, thank you, SD Peppers. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Right, so let's see what happens now. So we've moved the props. All right. Oh, that doesn't look correct. Does it run? It does, actually. Hold on, before I crash and die. Okay, so how does it work now? Does it fly? Does it fly well? Ooh, wheels are off. Seems to fly well. Whoa! Seems to fly very well. Okay, now then, let's take it down. Throttle down. Gently now. Gently. Lift it, lift the nose, lift the nose. Right, how do we do? Check the gauge. Are we floating or are we sinking? What does it say? Good, there's nothing leaking below the deck. Now, oh, look at that. The nose feels a little bit out of the water now. Okay. So, moment of truth. Now that the propellers are behind the floating pontoons, throttle up, starter engine engaged, and... Ooh, that's a good sign. No, maybe not. No. So down again we went. Right, so next question. Is it just a case of more floats on the front? Right. Yep, can't park there, mate, says Henry. Hi there, Henry. For those joining the stream, I'm trying to get a seaplane working. Trying is the word there. For those not familiar with the game, it's basically Space Engineers, but with a sort of search and rescue type feel to it. Okay, so put down a couple of floating. In fact, just go ham. Okay, we can't because we're too close to the thing. Thank you, UK Ronin. Thank you very much there, UK Ronin. How many people have we saved today? Well, there was a corpse there. I guess he got better. So one! We've saved one person. Thank you, UK Ronin. And thank you, Mackie, before that, and Tuin before that. Alright, here we go. That's not good. The wheels are... Oh no, that's really not good. The flotation devices are scraping the ground. Right. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Right. I see a teeny weeny issue. Yes. We were just dragging the flotation devices on the ground. Right, lift up the thing a smidge. Metric smidge, not imperial. Oh, we can't, because... Oh, we're fucking... Ah! Okay. That's not going to work. Right. So... Arse biscuits. Let us... Because we can't... There's no more room for the propeller. Yeah, Henry West, I watched this YouTube video, and without wishing to like start beef or whatever, or get cancelled or whatever, on YouTube, I watched this video, and it was about this Age of Sail sailing ship, and the YouTuber in question had made this beautiful animation about all of these individual elements of the ship. But the thing that kept triggering me is that throughout the animation they were like, this cannon fires a shot that travels such and like so many yards. I'm like, what the hell is a yard? And these ballast weights weigh certain numbers of pounds or whatever, and it's an English ship. He's talking, or it's in general. He's looking at like a 15th century English ship, and I'm like, what are these measurements? These measurements are weird. Feet, pounds, fucking. Anyway, at the end of the video, the thing that triggered me a little bit, and maybe I'll get some pushback for this take, is that the final statement of the video talking about these Age of Sail ships was like, the Age of Sail had like, the line was something like, so many horrors and bad reputations of these explorers or whatever. And it goes, but many civilizations contributed to the Age of Sail, or like the technology or whatever, over millennia. And I sat there and looked and I went, no, it was France, Spain, Portugal, Britain, the Dutch, the Venetians, and the Italians. That's pretty much it. Those were the nations that contributed to the massive Age of Sail. Like, maybe there was a couple more on the periphery, but these specific nations forged the way, and everyone else just had to suck it. Like, it sounds strange, but there was this weird sort of wishy-washy, the sort of like trying to pretend that like a 15th century Age of Sail warship. Yeah, what, you know? Did the fucking? It was a strange. It was a weird thing to like talk about. All this technological advancement. Look at this British warship. Well done to all the civilizations over the millennia. Hang on. It's just, yeah, it's an odd take, but it was like, no, it's just these like 6 or 7 nations. It's their technology. Oh, we're still dragging. Hang on. Right. Hang on. Let's go here. Right, tell you what we're going to do. Stack them here. Right. Tell you what, yeah, just legit just put them here. There we go. I know it's stupid, but hang on. There we go. Right. Jinx says Rome, Greece, China, Japan. Yeah. Please tell me what elements of their technology were involved in the Age of Sail, as in we're talking the Atlantic. Hang on. Happy to be proven wrong. Whoop. Okay, so here's the test. If we have more flotation devices in the front pontoons... Hang on. Then go full throttle. Do we still nosedive? Yes, we do. What have I done wrong? It was working fine before, wasn't it? I see, hang on. Is it because... Are we up? We're up. Okay. Maybe I'm not thinking... You know what? Maybe we should get more crazy with this. Okay, I've got a crazy idea. Let's get crazy. Hang on. Here we go. Like a glove. Right, let's get crazy. Hang on. Okay, I'm thinking too sensibly. All of this is very sensible. Sensible is boring. We don't want sensible. We want... What if we had a propeller? Like, ooh, okay, hold on. Move the torque, oopsie. Move the torque gauge. Right. Yeah, not necessarily VTOL, just something. Ooh, what if we went really crazy? I'm entering the silly part of the video, of the fucking content now. Right. Okay. Make them red. There we go. Rocket. Is this it? No. What am I looking for? Small rocket boosters, right? One shot only rocket boosters. Okay. What is that? Something needs power? No, just it's a logic thing saying it's not working. Hang on. All right, button. Okay, the key button, push button. There we go. Push button on the front. All right, big red button. Put it in the floor. Oh no, we can't because the floor is a. What is that? Oh no, that's the that's a sensor. All right, big red button on the front. All right. There we go. Okay, so what happens now? What happens now? Save. Well, sorry, what version were we on? There we go. Oh wait. Oh no, nuts. Oh, I hate that so much. Not all of the starting locations start with the necessary fuel resources. So what does this one have? Ah. Okay, so no solid propellant. That's annoying. I had to mod it in. I had to go to the save file and, shit. Okay, so, do I... That's annoying. Okay, I can't do that crazy then. Alright, we'll go with the other one. So torque, put back the torque meter. Right. Can I slide it somewhere which isn't so intrusive? No, go there. Should be fine. Does it need power? No. Torque meter. That's RPS for... Oh, hang on. No, that's correct. RPS, but for the entire ship, not the engine output, primary display, altitude, speed, RPS. The other one's engine RPS. Okay. Space, I thought I did. Did I not? Maybe I didn't then. Okay. Right, so, now, what if we put a propeller at the now, hang on a minute, how are we going to switch it on and off? Propeller. Rotor small. Okay. Trouble is though, we don't have a tail rotor. Or make the front more boat-like. True. Oh, a clutch, you're right. Yeah, we would have to use a clutch. Huh. Okay, hang on. Is there enough space? Aircraft propeller. No, they'd clip with each other. You need to be a bit higher up. How big are the clutches? Clutches... Not that big. Okay. We'll put your current props on hinges. I've never really done hinges. That would be a better idea, wouldn't it? Hinges, pivots. Pivot with power. Right. Let's try it. Yeah, test them. Okay. So let's go symmetry mode. Thank you, Alistair. Hi there, Alistair. Hope you're well. Right. Whoops. Fuck. Hang on. Don't crash. Where are they? Video, audio, rope. Composite. Oh, I need a specific hinge? Pivot. Pivot power. Robotic hinge? Oh, they're bigger. Okay, hang on. Could work. Robotic hinge. Thank you, Chefu and Captain Threepwood. No, I don't know which one. What does it say? Powered robotic hinge that will orientate towards the input value within its range of motion. But does it let through? So, sorry, which one will let through RPS on the pipes? Because that's going to be the key thing. Jim Bob says that is the right one. The robotic hinge? Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's give it a welly. So remove the prop. Pull this back a smidge, but leave the pipe. Okay. Then... can I just turn it sideways? Are they the inputs? Okay, so... Leave enough... Is there enough space for the prop? Just? I think. Okay. This could be fun, actually. Hang on. Okay. Yep, we're in symmetry mode. Should be fine. Oh, God, I hope it is. Hang on. Pipes. Okay, I really don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. I hope that's the correct port for the hinge. If it's not, we'll just redo it. No biggie. There we go. Yeah, that much is evident. Right. Okay, it doesn't. They do need power. Thank you, Sandindler Fressy. Thank you very much. Now, I see. Rotation target. Current rotation. Aha. Okay. So, let's put a throttle lever inside the cockpit. Take us out of rotation mode. Okay. And then we'll stick it next to the main throttle. Whoops. Is the window in a position where it's going to block it? The answer is yes. So, hang on. Duplicate the window. Wait, put us back into symmetry mode. Then put it on the exterior, not the interior block. There we go. Then remove that wedge. Then duplicate the throttle. There we go. Alright. Have a good one, SD Peppers. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely bank holiday. Alright. So throttle up, throttle down. There we go. So throttle up, throttle down. So throttle up. New. Robotic targets. Current rotation. Is a number output. Let's try it. Okay. So. Oh. There's still solid. Is it? No, it's not. Is it? Can I see it? Jesus. Oh, look! Oh my god! Okay. So. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to work so well. Holy shit. So, current 0 is that level there. 1 is all the way. Well, not all the way, but at least as far down as it will go. Okay. Can that be modified on the hinge? So, speed, dial it down a smidge. Max power, gear ratio. Do I just flip it? Probably best to just flip it. Alright, okay. So go into symmetry mode. Then grab it. Oh fuck, I should have been paying more attention. Was it this way? Does require power? Teeny weeny error. Okay, hang on. Front fell off. Alright, okay. Right. Okay, here we go. And if I turn, so there we go. That's its default flying. That didn't work. Oh, because I didn't. Oh, yeah. Because I didn't fucking. Because I didn't rehook it up. Hang on. So throttle. What's that? Sorry. Control surface. Rotation target. On the this side throttle. Right. Sorry, for those joining, not sure what's going on, I'm building my seaplane, but I'm having a slight difficulty because the moment it touches the water, it can't seem to lift up. So I'm trying to sort of do a sort of osprey thing. Teeny weeny oversight in the form of the structure that it just bashed into. All right. We can fix that. It's fine. Oops. Need that. It's a piece of the wing. Okay. Alright. Let's make sure it actually spins. Alright. Squeeze past the chair. What the fuck? Oh, damn it, I didn't have it on sim. Okay, ignore that, focus on that one. Does that one work? Nope. Not even hooked up. Okay. So why? Weird. It is in symmetry mode. I wonder what happened there. Alright, so not even hooked up, maybe. What are these inputs? RPS power. Aha! Fluid. Fluid? What fluid? What? Hang on. Let's try that. Ah, is it hitting the... Ah. Oh, fuck. It's hitting one of the pontoons and snapping off its thing. Ugh. Alright. Now, I could do the easy thing, which would be to do the move the pontoons. But why not do something cooler? Why not do this? Disconnect the entire ship, the entire plane, and move it back. Whoops, we've missed a bit. There we go. No, we've also missed a bit there. Damn it. There we go. Right. Okay. So, have enough space for the props to move. Oh my god, this could be a gigantic plane. Okay, then paste it there. Okay. Yes, I could just move the pontoons forward, of course. But this is cooler. Right. Alright, so then we're going to connect them up together. There we go. And go to Logic, Merge, please. Both sections together. Some windows. Keep it simple for now. Nope. Yeah, what else is happening at the minute? Yeah, just lots of housework, lots of stuff needs to get done, lots of DIY stuff. Also, I believe, folks, I might be mistaken, but I think I might be a magician. The reason I think that I'm a magician is that you know how magicians can make things disappear into like a top hat or whatever? I can do that. I have that ability. But it only seems to happen when I'm holding something and then I go into the next room and poof, it disappears. Like it could be a screwdriver, it could be a piece of wood that I need to pull a nail out of, it could be a hammer, it could be my phone. Just all of a sudden, I basically walk into the room, I stop, and I notice like a piece of laundry that needs to go in the basket, or I notice some other thing that I've got to do, so I pick that up to do it at the same time, like take a bottle of bleach from the shopping bag and put it in the bathroom, and by the time I turn back, the screwdriver in my hand is gone. So periodically, as I'm going around the bathroom, I found my GoPro in the fucking toilet the other, not in the toilet, but like behind the toilet where I've got these rows of like cleaning fluid, you know, cleaning stuff for the bathroom. But inexplicably, my GoPro was just on the shelf as if it belonged there. Yeah, it's weird. Can't spawn it. Ah, come off it. I've hit the budget limit. Ugh. Okay, what can we shave? I need to go. That's the game telling me, dude, go rescue people. Like, fine. Oh, fuck. Okay, maybe get rid of the hatch for now. Shoestring budget. Alright. Does it fly? Save it. Okay. Hi there, Q. Do I record many of my bathroom activities? No, that's the weird thing. There's no reason for the GoPro to be there. Right, here we go. Q, look at my amazing plane. Right, no, hang on. We were testing this thing. Here we go. Right, so now, like magic, the fuck ass. The fucking fuck ass. Hang on. Okay, the propellers do not want to spin. Why? We have no fuel. Why do we have no fuel? We should have fuel. That's the fuel line, right? Why is there a hole in the fucking tank? Okay. Check my email. Boeing will be in touch. Yeah. Okay. Right, so that should now be all hooked up. Yep, if it's Boeing, I'm not going. New. Why? We've got plenty of fuel. Main throttle up. Well, okay, the engine is running, but the propellers are not hooked up. Okay. So the engine be running. Okay, so I must have fudged this. Seems to be the logical explanation. So, pipe. That looks quite heavy. I'm sure it will be fine. Speaking of heavy, I also need to go for a jog today. Alright. Should really get my arse in gear and do it after this. What's the weather like? The weather's a bit... Oh, hello. Hang on. There we go. It'll be fine. It'll fly. Right, throttle up. New. Do we have... Hang on. RPS is good. Engine RPS is good. And then... So, right. So, it's getting to the... Well, obviously, it's getting to the torque meter, because the torque meter is literally here. Okay. So, where does it not connect? Aha. Is there a missing... Aha. Are you the wrong way around? Just put an Omni. I think it's right. Question mark? Oh, hang on. Why did it not... Huh? Did I not fix that? Am I just going mental? I think I'm just going mental. There we go. There we go. Ah, over budget. Over budget again. Take off these old cameras I don't need. Right. Look at this travesty. This fucking travesty of a plane. Right. We can do this. We can rescue people. That's the name of the game. Here we go. Ready? Right, here we go. So, throttle up. Main throttle up. So, engine RPS is good. Why? The propeller ports are still on the fluid port, not the power port. But didn't I flip them? You sure? No. Oh, the front has different ports. Ah, I did not know that. I did not. Okay, I need to figure. Hang on. Thank you. Okay, we got this. We got this now. Right. Okay. Watch my genius. This is genius. Where's my... Yeah, this is genius. Okay, here we go. Throttle up. You watch this magnificence. Here we go. Spinny, spinny. Right? I'm so confident. We're not even gonna fucking... Here we go. You ready? You watch this fucking genius. Right, full throttle up. Here we go. We take to the skies. It's perfectly balanced. Yep. Alright, she flies. Yo. Right, no, she flies. She's good. She's flying. She's flying. She's a bit chunky, but she's flying. Alright, you ready for this? Here we go. We then gently and amazing... That's the wrong one. We gently land. Yeah, you ready? Right, okay, then I go back and I look at the gauge, which tells me that there's no leaks. Yeah, there's no leaks, so we're floating. Haha, spacious. Okay, then, you ready for this? Brace yourselves. Wait for the drop. There we go. Yeah, okay, doesn't need to be the whole way, just a little bit. Clear of the water, right? Yeah. Then, so it's down, this down. Main throttle up. Fucking. No! Oh no! It flipped us upside down. Hang on. No. Fuck. No! Okay, I fucked it up. What? Why did it flip us upside down? That doesn't make any sense. Where's my scuba gear? Fuck, or just drown. That's fine too. Why would it flip us upside down? Oh god. Quoi? Excuse me? You mind? Jesus Christ. My plane's anus is stuck on the roof. Right. Reset that. I'm sure that whatever that was, it wasn't that expensive. Okay. Oh look, the center of mass is looking a bit sketchy. So, the center of mass is quite far forward. Why? Isn't all the mass towards the bum? Okay. Well, I need to wrap up this stream anyway in a minute, but before I do, I want to know that this works. Hang on. So forward, a smidge, metric smidge, not imperial. Right. Stop. Right. Here we go. Throttle all the way up. Now what happens if I just fucking send it? Here we go. You ready? Max throttle up. Starter engine. Here we go. RPS 20. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Right. Throttle leave it down. I'm a genius! I mean, granted that was from land, but still! That worked! Okay, so is that the key? So hang on. Main throttle down. Was that the key? Slide in. Right. Here we go. So instead of coasting down, like, across the ocean surface, what if we just go whoop up and then forward? Here we go, like full on Osprey. Here we go. Right, so air, all the way, so they're pointing all the way up. I mean, it's gonna like flummox us forward for a smidge, but here we go. So pretend we just picked up some casualties. Sir, ma'am, you'll be fine. I've got this under control. Here we go. Fucking. Here we go. Forward. I did it! I fucking did it! I've done it! I did it! We have a seaplane! I mean, we have a Sea Osprey. Fuck yeah! Woo! Big old plane. Okay. So straight up, smack it, lift us up. Get enough speed to... Alright. Right, so can we go south quickly? So where were they? Hang on. Fucking... They were south, right. So come around. Let's find them. What's that thing there? Is that a boat? Rock. Can't see. We'll navigate via instrumentation. Right. So find them. So, whoa. Oh god, the fog. Heading south. Right, there's somewhere down here. Either a blue recreational boat. It'd be really hard to spot in this. Do have the GPS though if I get truly stuck. So hang on, they are currently on Y minus 219, so we're nearly there. Ah! Fine, maybe jump. There's a little bit of ocean in front of us. Right. Minus 219, X 163. So we're off. The other way. Right, go this way. Go down. Go lower. Heading east. There you are, we found them. Right, dial down main throttle. There they are, okay. We did it. Glide. Just come on in, nice and gentle. Give me control. Right. We're a little bit off. Right. Yeah, we should be right. Lift it, lift the nose, and... boop. Right. There they are. So can we rescue them? So probably have to just gently throttle up. Just for the sake... Yeah, I need to get like a rear-mounted propeller for the sake of ocean travel. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, trying to... We've only got the tiny tail, you see. That's all we've got to move at the ocean. Yeah, are they close enough for me to just swim? Oh, I took off the top hatch, didn't I? Nuts. No, I'm not going to turn them into mincemeat again. It's going to be fine. Okay, here we go. Just stop the engine. Right, so what am I here to do? I'm here to... Hang on. Yeah, don't flood the... Okay, switch that on. Right, pumps are enabled. Okay, save it. Here we go. Right, quickly pop the door open, close it quick. Right. Go grab them. There we go. Doobity-doo, doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Yes, we have a bunch of these, by the way, off the coast of my city. So off the coast of Brighton and Hove, there's a big wind farm. I think it's quite pretty. My mum hates it. I think they look quite nice. Big old propellers. Right. So the mission was... Hello. Just crossing arms like, where you been? Hello, Captain. I hear you're in trouble. You don't seem to give a you're not helping that guy, are you? Oh shit. Your boat's a bit rickety. Okay, so what do you want? You want... Are you here? Blue fishing boat in distress. So take them to a hospital. They're next to the wind turbine. Okay. So captain... Right. Follow. Stop following. So you follow me. You also follow me. Do you swim? You do. Where's the other guy? What is he doing? Come on. Let's go. They're both on me? I only see the one guy. Oh, he's physically in me. Let's go. Oh, still good. Am I carrying the other guy? Okay. Alright. So now, I hear the pumps working. So you wait there, stop following. Where's the other guy? Okay. Is that just my hand or his? No, he's over my shoulder, I think. Right, go here. There we go. Place him there. Aha! Close the door quickly. Alright. Pardon me. There we go. Okay, so, moment of truth. Can we get them to a hospital? So hospital boat is over to the northeast-ish. Right. On X201. Here we go. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be fine, gentlemen. I'm sure we'll be just fine. Oh, that's not much fuel. That's really not much fuel. I'm sure we'll be fine. There you go. No. I dialed down the throttle before I put the... I fucked up! I done goof. Okay, right. I fucked up. I dialed down the throttle before I put the propeller blades back in the right position. Pilot error. Right. Yeah, really gotta move those further apart. Main throttle up. Jeez, what the hell was that? I'm sure it was fine, whatever it was. Up we go. Oh my god, what the fuck? Whatever it was wasn't fine. Was that a propeller that broke or something? I'm sure that clunk was fine. Guess not. Reminds me of that instance where a plane had to be grounded when some old Chinese lady started throwing coins into the engine for good luck. Hang on. Oh, what is that thunking? We're losing propeller blades. How is that happening? Stand by, gents. Can I weld it? Is that a thing I can do? Hang on. Sorry. How do I drop like a hose? I've got a hose in my hand. How do I drop? There we go. Backspace. Welding torch. Can I weld this thing? Is that a thing I can do? Apparently, yeah, some old Chinese lady started throwing coins into the engine as a good luck charm. Like literally standing on the tarmac, throwing them into the turbine. Thankfully, a passenger stopped her, not alerted someone before the plane took flight and killed everyone. Ah, lovely, we can fix it. Thank you for saying so, Written Knave 7. Yeah, glad you like it. Right. Throttle up. Fuel is looking a bit hairy. Starter up. And... up we go. Lift the nose! Lift the nose! No. It's the extra weight, you see. Right. Nuts! One last try. Then I need to go for a jog. Alright. Yeah, still need some work. Right. Propeller's okay. Gently now. Ah! I'm sure it's fine. Whatever it was, I'm sure it's fine. Main throttle up. No. Ah! Okay, I think I need to move the propellers higher up away from the water. Right! So thank you for watching, everyone. I'll leave it there for this morning. Thank you for being here. So this weekend, I've been doing lots of maintenance tasks upon the bungalow. I need to go back and continue that work today. So I'm not going to be doing editing. Instead, I've got some timbers that I need to paint with a second coat of waterproof paint. Also, when the weather gets a bit warmer again, I need to paint the front of the bungalow because it's looking a bit shabby. I need to go and fix the guttering, so it's all part of this timber system. Get a water butt in, fill in some insurance stuff for Lulu, some pet insurance, do some tax-related documentation. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to do really over this week. Yeah. Well, thank you again. Have a lovely afternoon. I will leave you in the company of... well, neither of my clan... oh, sorry, none of my clanmates are currently on, so I'll leave you in the company of Sam. You've seen him in lots of stuff that we do. He is a knobhead. You can tell him that I called him a knobhead. See you this evening, folks. Thank you again. Thank you, Sandina, Fressy, and Chefu.